Reflecting on last week, your conversation about peers and bullying was very rich, and it was clear that based on uh, stimulating literature reviews and facilitated by um, Angela and Matt, your contributions were wonderful, and you clearly were sharing important information and experiences and also learning from one another. This is a great way to use this learning platform, and each week you're getting better and better at it, which is quite exciting for me to observe. Thinking about bullying, I was reading something that I wanted to share with you. It's something that Parker Palmer, who's an author and activist, something that he wrote. He's talking about violence in general, and he said, violence is what happens when we don't know what else to do with our suffering, and that applies on every level of life. When individuals don't know what to do with their suffering, they do violence to others or themselves. And I thought that was so interesting, especially in terms of what you were talking about, all your ideas and theories about why kids bully. And this is a thread that runs through all of those ideas, that kids who bully are suffering, and they very likely are coming from families in which there is significant suffering. And if we look at it from an ecosystemic context, there are many ways in which throughout systemic levels people are getting more and more habituated to violence and are suffering in so many ways, and are doing violence to themselves and one another. So, as several of you pointed out, bullying between two middle school kids is the result of, or an expression of, the trickle down of the violence and the bullying that is taking place from the very top levels of our society throughout all the society subsystems. And of course, children are going to express it with one another. What else will they do when they don't have alternatives? A author who Michael Yellowbird and I have written with, his name is Dennis Salibi, and he wrote a book called The Strengths Perspective in Social Work Practice. And one thing that he says is that all kids want to go somewhere, but they have to have somewhere to go and someone to walk with them. And that echoes what some of the literature says and what some of you pointed out, that even just one significant positive relationship can be the protective factor that counterbalances, as you said, Ryan, with the balance of justice, that counterbalances a whole boatload of risk factors. And so the happy news there is that during the course of your career, you may well be that one person for many people you work with. And that, if nothing else, should be a reason that you see the value in this field and are excited about jumping in to the fray. So thank you for your excellent contributions last week. I look forward to this week, and I hope you have a, a restful time off, whether you're celebrating Thanksgiving or you see it as Thanks-taking or whatever you're doing this coming week.